What's up, everybody? Attack on Anime back here with another one. It's Jordan
and Cameron
here today to discuss Fairy Tail Chapter 471.
I know last week I said that we should wait to see about Guy Serena's status.
That man's dead.
His status currently is looking exactly like this.
He was just laid out.
That
on the
man
floor.
is either dead or severely unconscious. Like I doubt that he's alive. But when we start this chapter, we start off seeing Agnolia's face. Like, we saw him one time this chapter, and that was still my favorite part of this chapter. Like, he just has such a commanding presence as a villain, even more so than Zeref. Because when you see Zeref come around, usually Zeref is just like there to have some deep conversation with Natsu and kind of hint to where it's gonna happen. But when you see Agnologia, you're just like, bro, this dude's here to wreak havoc. And that dude Jacob, him thinking that he was about to do something.
Right?
Thought his butler-looking self was about to just step up, and August was just like, bro, no, stop.
like know your place.
You see Guy Serena, he's not even moving. He's not breathing right now. Like, I'm pretty sure, I'm convinced now that Guy Serena's dead. Like, there's no doubt in my mind.
Like, I know you guys are like the Spring and 12 and all, but you need to know your place. This is Agnolia here. We're talking like this. Honestly, at this point, he might even one-shot Zeref. New information that August revealed that kind of threw me off a bit. He even said that Zeref might not even be a match for Agnolia without Fairy Heart. And I'm sitting here thinking like, wait, Zeref is supposed to be immortal. He's supposed to be like the top tier of villains.
Yeah.
And I thought Agnolia was like not far off. But now I'm starting to reconsider that, man.
Yeah, maybe that's why Zeref decided to just invade Ishgard now. Because before they wouldn't go near it. But now he's just like, no, we're gonna run this. I'm gonna take Fairy Heart, and maybe I don't know. Maybe Zeref is not as powerful as we think he is. Like, he could be the greatest bluffer of all time. Because if you really think about it, people only think he's the strongest because everyone's afraid to challenge him because they're like, oh man, he's immortal, so there's no way we can win. But it's just like, is he really immortal, or can he just take a lot of damage? And Agnolia may be like ready to test that bluff. He's just like, bro, I'm coming after you right now. Like, you are done.
But Agnolia has been around maybe just as long as he has. And Agnolia has seen, like, he's like the original Dragon King. He was there when all the dragons disappeared. I mean, he was there at a time when dragons were roaming the earth freely with other wizards and magic users.
Yeah.
So he's been around a long time. So has Zeref. They've both seen some things, you know?
Yeah, but one of the biggest things about this chapter was finding out where Laxus has been.
Yes, my boy.
And what he's been up to. But before we get to that, we still know that Natsu is unconscious from his little magical cancer, whatever they want to call it. And they fixed it real quick, so I'm kind of surprised he didn't even wake up by the end of this chapter. So I'm
recuperating.
I feel like he's gonna wake up by next chapter.
Oh,
I feel like they showed it real quick to be like, yeah, guys, Natsu, he's about to come back. We know Agnologia's on the way. He's gonna be
definitely
here. But we find out that Laxus has been suffering from the magical poison that he got during the Tartaros arc. Now, everybody else who got affected by the poison is healed because while they were poisoned, they were resting. But Laxus actually decided to get up and go fight the dude who had poisoned them so he could get the antidote for the poison. So Laxus pushed his body pretty far that day. And I was kind of even thinking, I was just like, man, he pushed... Because, like, even when we were watching it in the anime, I'm like, bro, you pushed yourself, like...
And he inhaled all that stuff, too.
He inhaled it and was just like, I'm still going to fight them. I'm still going to fight this dude with my full power, even though he was just like, I can barely move. He had to, like, punch himself to, like, will himself to get back up. So he's just, like, he's been pushing himself. And even Gray was just like, dude, you've been dealing with that for a year now. So it's just like that... All that is just starting to take its toll, but Laxus is just like, I promise not to die until this war is over. So, like I said, we may be seeing our first real, like, official death in Fairy Tail. They've done stuff like this before to make us think we're going to get a big death, and then they're just like, oh no, we're going to cure it at the last second.
I hope
so
not.
It may not happen, but I feel like with Laxus, I feel like they're not playing around, because they're just making it seem like way more serious than it actually is.
I'm team Laxus, man. Somebody needs to heal him. If Laxus dies, then
I think we jinxed it in that one review when we was talking about
I know
him
he called it though. He called it, but
we
still,
did.
if Laxus dies, then man, I'll be really sad because he's actually my favorite character. So I don't want to see him go.
Gajil is my favorite character. Well, Gajil and Gray are like kind of tied for my favorite character. But if either one of them died, if Gray died, I'd be surprised. But But yeah, Laxus may be coming to an end by the end of this, but who knows? Probably not. I don't think Laxus is gonna be the big death.
I don't think so.
I think it's gonna be someone else. I feel like it's gonna be between like Gray, Natsu, or Gajio, like that could possibly die.
I'd be fine if Gajio died, honestly. I would be fine.
I'd be hurt. I'd be fine with it. I'd rather have him die than Laxus, to be honest.
I'd rather have him, or I'd rather have Gray and Laxus around than Gajio.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But as we keep going through the chapter, pretty much the next part is Laxus is grouped with Erza, Wendy, and Gray, and they're pretty much coming to back up. I believe it's Blue Pegasus. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're coming to back up Blue Pegasus, and I let it go the last time this little striptease fan service happened to Kagura. But then it happened. First off, it happened again this chapter in the same way with the same group of people, but just to a teenage girl who's about the same age as Wendy.
She's like 13 years old. Why is that even like?
So it's just like I feel like that was just useless, needless fan service that happened the second time the same way. But this time, I feel like Wendy in this chapter represented us because she came in and kicked that girl square in the face. Like, Wendy, you are a G for that.
You are. And
I've heard a lot of people talking about that because they think that in that panel, Wendy willed herself to go Dragon Force. I mean, maybe in the year's time when she was training with the God Windslayer. So maybe she did learn how to control Dragon Force.
She might have.
I'm not going to believe it until I see it. But if Wendy has mastered Dragon Force before Natsu or Gajio, I'd be so surprised. But then the actual end comes when we see Laxus step onto the battlefield. And he sees the dude who hurt his friends, and he's just like, you are mine.
He's going straight for him.
Like, anytime Laxus is just on the field and he's just like, he pretty much plays Natsu's role. He's just like, you hurt my friends, so I'm about to break you, bro. But he's just so much more like intimidating because he's just like so much more built, and everyone knows about Laxus because they're just like, when that dude steps on the field and he's coming at you specifically. Like, he's gonna choose one dude and you are his dude that entire fight. Like, even during the Tartaros arc when he took out that poison dude, he was just like, I'm not falling down until you die, bro. So that's pretty much where this chapter ends, and it didn't really like set up what's gonna happen next week so much. We know we're gonna see a fight, but I still want to know, like, because we even had the theory that Fairy Heart's gonna have a major role to play, and even by the beginning of the chapter, them bringing up Fairy Heart and saying that Zeref needs that to take out Agnologia, that raises a lot of questions about, okay, what are Zeref's true intentions for this whole war? Because he kind of just pulled that invasion out of nowhere. So there must be a critical reason why he has to do it now. Because he was just like, I don't even care if Natsu kills me anymore. I just want to destroy the world. So he's just like, okay, something happened to make him want to step up his little timetable. Because before he was just like, I'm just going to wait for Natsu to come and kill me. But now he's just like, well, whether that happens or not, I'm destroying the world. So bye, guys.
My question is, I want to know where Agnolia's power level really lies. Is he stronger than Zeref at this point? Are they on equal playing fields? Because there's a mutual respect between the two of them. So, and they're obviously the two major villains, more Zeref than Agnolia, but Agnolia plays a huge development in the characters as well, in terms of them trying to get stronger. When he soloed the entire Fairy Tail during the 10-roll arc.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, who's more powerful at this point. It'll be interesting to debate. So let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Let's sound off with that.
Yeah, guys. So until next time, we're Attack on Anime. Peace.
Out.